Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. Our scenario is The Pipeline. It was written by Alex Galat and Dave Brian Jackson. Our game master is Ian Christensen, and this is episode 3. Our recap will be done by Sean Little as his character, Bjorn Vargason. So, without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Sean?
Thanks, Tom. Update number 2. Bjorn Vargason, Sergeant retired. Current security specialist for Exxon Corporation. Following the stressful events of the day, we set up camp and assigned fire watch detail among the group. I was exhausted and dropped into deep sleep for about 6 hours. I was shocked they let me sleep that long. It was too deep, really, as I must have pulled off my mitts in the night and received mild frostbite on my fingertips, which sucks. Stupid amateur error. I woke, took over watch, and by morning we were all up breaking camp and eating. We moved out to follow the pipeline to the pumping station, the most logical way to get there, and there's only a slim possibility we'd reach it by nightfall. Didn't expect we would, and we thought we'd try anyways. We continued, and as we did, the snow became heavier and heavier, limiting visibility. After a long haul, we saw a dark shape against the pipe in the distance. We stopped movement. I pulled out my rifle, used my scope, zoomed in. We halted, and a few of us moved ahead slightly to see what it was. Made out that it was a body lashed to the pipe. We advanced further, holding some of the party back, and found that it was the pilot. How the pilot fell there, landed there, I don't know. He was gutted, strung up by his own entrails. Mr. Fink, already suffering from some anxious episodes before, well, he kind of lost it a bit. Kind of thought it was himself up on the pipeline there, which I guess that's a way of dealing with things. We determined that someone would have to have been 9 feet tall to hang the body up there. I suspect the eco-terrorists have ladders. Others have other thoughts. Some of the rest, including Ampeto, seem to think Sasquatch or something did this. We moved on eventually again after things calmed down, tying ourselves together due to increased snow and visibility. And after another long, cold slog, we heard a noise in the near distance. Ampeto shot randomly into the snow, hoping to scare off whatever it was, but it didn't work. Because a few seconds really, an angry, massive grizzly bear rushed us, roaring, furious. After it was all over, we would have noticed it had a huge wound on it. But at the time, we didn't notice this. Mr. Chapman, survival expert, cracked a shot off into its neck and dropped it. When we examined it, it seemed to have been in a fight with another bear, perhaps. We thought about taking some of the meat with us, but we had enough meat to carry us on for a little while farther, so we left it where it was. We moved on. Though Mr. Fink was again off his nut, thankfully he was tied to us. Otherwise, he would have ran off into the storm. We don't know where he would have ended up. We set up camp at 1700, ate, and decided to ride out the snow in tents. That evening, more roaring sounds woke us through the storm. Mr. Sanders, the mechanical engineer, went out into the night to investigate. It was nearly crushed by a 2-foot boulder that landed in the camp area. A number more crashed around throughout the camp, and he caught sight of one human shape in the distance and attempted to shoot it but was unsuccessful. By that time, Ampeto and Chapman and myself had popped out of the tents, and we were ready to defend the camp. I followed direction from Sanders and was able to spot a shape, and I shot at it from about 30 yards out. By the sound of its yelping, I hit it pretty good. The attack slowed, then ceased. Sanders and I went off to see if we could track the attackers. We found blood, chunk of fur, bit of gore. I'm still thinking it's eco-terrorists. Maybe they had a trained bear or something. I don't know. We returned to the camp and decided to dig survival pits in the snow at Chapman's suggestion so we could sleep, and maybe it was safer. Don't know, really. I slept. And again, they let me sleep. The next day, we ate what we could and moved on after breaking camp. We diverted through the woods. Not my idea. Try to cut down the distance a bit. As we did, with the snow increasing and the fallen trees and the underbrush, it didn't really work out so well. We didn't make any better time, but after another long and increasingly different trudge, we came across a destroyed encampment of who we discovered was the Earth First group. We knew this because of the shredded banner that was hanging up. Mr. Fink explained that they were one of 2 environmental groups threatening the pipeline, though they were the lesser in terms of concern. Just a bunch of hippie kids with cameras and plans to protest, I guess, cause a little bit of trouble. What we thought was debris and clothing around the camp turned out to be dismembered remains of the group as we approached. Not what we expected. We searched and found a survivor holed up in a snow cave with lots of food and rations and provisions. His name apparently is Bill, and he claims to be a videographer hired by the group to film their doings. We found the video camera and confirmed that, well, he was at least filming stuff. He calmed down and explained the group was attacked by a bear, though he didn't see the bear, and he took off and hid, I guess. So we're just going on his word that it was a bear that attacked the camp. Again, we moved on, eventually, crested a hill and saw the pumping station. The gates are busted open. The doors to some buildings are broken and bent. We're leaving Mr. Finken and Paydu to protect him at the edge of the woods, and we're moving in to clear the buildings. Normally, I'd say this looks like fun, but I'm starting to think we may not make it back.
All right. So here we are. I'm going to once again share the map with you because I made a realization. When you look at the map here, of course, you guys have been following the pipeline most of the way. That pipeline you see comes in from the right side. That's actually the south. I was initially assuming top is a north kind of orientation, but I was mistaken. So you are coming from the south. So the south gate is the one on the right side of the map there. And that would be the gate you'd be approaching unless you want to walk all the way around the outpost itself. So I apologize for the confusion in describing that towards the end of the last episode. But there you go. Now, that said, we have Isaac and Walter. Don't forget, you're both suffering from 1 level of exhaustion for not getting much sleep the night before. So that will translate to a penalty die on all skill checks, okay, including combat, etc. So we have Walter, Bjorn, and Isaac currently approaching the gate, while Harry and Paytu and poor William, or Bill, if you wish, hanging back, waiting for you guys to declare it safe. So who's taking point?
Do we have this map in character?
I would assume, given your mission, that you would have maps. You would have had maps with you of the facility, including the upstairs and underground levels. So those of you who grabbed your packs, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't have that map available to you, unless you have a particular reason why you think your character would have lost his or not had it with him. But so I think yes. In fact, let me see if I can do that again. If I share that one more time, tell me, where is it now? Here, sorry. If I do this, does that change on your view?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so that's the underground level it shows. There is access to the underground from pretty much every building. And then the upper floors as well. And of course, you see the letters and numbers on the buildings. So 2, 3, 4, and 5 have upper floors. That would be the personnel quarters, the pump building, supply building, and the offices all have upper floors. The garage just has a helipad on top of it. The lower floors are probably maybe the hardest to discern what they connect with. It's on the map, and I will send that through to the group chat now, so you have those.
Can you make the screen that's holding the map wider? Yeah, now I can read it.
Yeah.
I apologize. I didn't realize that makes a difference.
Yeah.
I'm not used to screen sharing on Zoom.
Yeah,
okay.
There you go.
I just got to figure out what to do with this weird Zoom thing when it does that. Okay, cool. So yeah, so there you go. So ground level, underground, and upper floors.
Now,
okay.
Ian, when they go to clear, as they move into clear, is there some high ground that I can bring Harold and Cupcake to, so I can have my rifle out and kind of cover them from a distance?
Absolutely, because as you first got sight of the outpost, you're coming out of the woods and up over a rise,
okay,
and kind of looking out at the outpost, kind of laid out before you in a bit of a, I don't want to say a valley because you weren't really on a mountain, you were on more of a hill, but you know what I mean, on a lower level for you, of course. So yes, definitely can. You can definitely watch them through your scope at least until they go inside any buildings.
Right. So
And
I'll
if
lay
something
down.
comes running from across the
Right,
yeah.
exactly. So I'll take position and actually lay down so I can have a nice steady shot in case anything jumps out at them.
Sure. Also, let me drop those maps. I'll drop the ground floor map again too, just in case anybody didn't get it last time. All those are coming through the Facebook group chat now to you if you want to have them saved and look at them in your own resolution.
Thank
Okay.
you.
No
So
problem.
the hill overlooks the south gate.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
How long are we going to have to wait?
We're gonna get a building or two cleared so we can get you guys in it and out of the cold there, Harry.
Clear the kitchen part so that we can get in the kitchen.
Yeah, we'll get right on it.
Hey, Fink, remember that big cut in the bear? Something did it to the bear, and it might be in there.
Do you think the bear attacked these people and then went running in our direction?
Something attacked the bear? That's what I'm worried about.
Well, maybe the people in the camp over here fought back and shot it or something.
I kind of just, like, he could talk, and I'm just staying on aim. I'm not even listening at this point.
Whatever.
Let's clear this building.
Yeah.
Which building do you want to clear first?
All right,
The
we're gonna
closest
go
building
south.
to the gate. Mm-hmm.
Who's in charge here? Bjorn is.
Well, we can discuss. Like, what is the closest building to the gate? Like, there's two
Like the
things.
garage.
Yeah, there are two things by the south gate that look like cargo containers. Is that what they are?
Those are the gates, the actual doors of the gate.
Oh,
Just
I
to
see.
represent
Okay.
that the gate's been,
I thought
just
they
to
were
represent
shipping
that the gate's
containers.
been ripped off the hinges and is now open. Sorry.
Easy enough. Well,
So the closest building would probably be the offices, I think, right? Number 5 is offices, or the garage, which is to the left of as you walk in the gate, but the office is a little bit closer. And as I believe I had mentioned previously, but I will reiterate. Let's see. So the maintenance shack, building 1, has one of the doors ajar and bent slightly. And there is another building with a door that's open. Just trying to recall which specific building I had originally marked this, but since I've gone through and made other notes. Yes, there's an open door on the pump building as well.
Which building is the pump building?
Number 3.
Yep.
It's the one with all the cans next to it.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I say we hit that office building first. It's the smallest. We'll be able to clear it out the quickest. And then
that makes sense.
press on from there.
Now, we're not doing in-depth investigation here. We're just looking
No.
for critters.
Right. Yep.
I say hit the garage. It's big. It's got to be mostly empty. Clear that, and then move counterclockwise.
Either way,
The kitchen.
sounds good.
All right, so let's move. Tripod formation, one
Mhm.
person, then the next.
Yeah. You think we're gonna find anyone alive in here?
If we find anything moving, I'm going to shoot it.
Well, we should be a little careful in case it's some of the Exxon staff.
All right.
All right, let's move into office building. Which one did we decide? Office building?
Garage,
Let's hit the garage.
Garage?
Yep.
All right, let's hit the garage.
building 6.
That's in the
Okay.
wrong direction.
I don't think they're paying any attention to you, Harry.
On Pato.
So as you approach the garage, this building has 3 large roll-up garage doors that face the main compound, with a heliport on the roof that overhangs the front and back of the structure. The garage on the far right has a standard size door built into it so that the large ones don't have to be open in order for personnel to access. Near the north side of the building are a set of 4 tall cylindrical tanks labeled as containing diesel fuel. There's a fuel pump mounted on the wall near the tanks for fueling vehicles with a pipe going up the side of the building to a pump on the heliport. So approaching Of course, from the side you're approaching, the diesel tanks are on the other side of the garage, I suppose. So do you want to go to the main access door, the personnel access door, or do you want to just try to open one of these garage doors?
Let's go with the personal access door.
Yep. That makes sense.
Seems to make the most sense. Indeed. All right. So the door is unlocked. And as soon as you open the door, you get a strong smell of oil and diesel fuel. Who's on point of this tripod formation? I assume that's like a one in front and two behind, flanking, yeah?
Well, they move. So whoever's in the back will then run to the front. Whoever's to the side then runs to the right.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So
Gotcha,
at any
okay.
point, it's one of us.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pepper.
I'll be the one that opened the door. And so does it smell like overwhelming, or is it like, I mean, I'd worked in garages and stuff. Is it more of like just that?
It doesn't smell like a leak or anything of that
Okay.
sort. No.
All right.
It's typical.
Is it dark?
It is not dark actually. The lights are on inside. So stepping inside, you will see two snowcats.
Good.
One of which looks to be in the process of being repaired. The other seems, at a casual glance, at least, to be operational. It's not, opened up and taken apart, missing pieces. Near the back wall, you see a roughly 3-foot square wooden crate. It has the word "fragile" stenciled on the side in red.
Fragile.
On the right-hand side of the garage is a maintenance area with mechanics tools and acetylene torch and a steel shelf with boxes of spare parts. There's a flight of stairs on the left-hand side of the garage that has a sign indicating they lead up to the heliport on the roof.
Okay. Quick scan through, see if I'm seeing if there's any movement. Of course, checking in the corners and everything before I signal these guys.
Give me a spot hidden.
Okay.
In case anybody doesn't know what a snowcat is, I'll share that there for you. That's a snowcat.
Nice. Like in The Shining. Regular success on spot hidden.
Regular success on spot hidden. Okay. So yeah, you kind of glance around and I suppose you use your ears as much as your eyes, but you don't get any signs of any kind of movement. It seems dead quiet, if you'll pardon the pun.
Right. I give him the clear, and I step on in. I'm looking to keep an eye on the stairwell because that's one place I haven't been able to. Something's up there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The stairs just have the sign that say, point up and says heliport.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you don't hear any sounds.
Okay.
Do you want to make your way towards those stairs, or
Yep.
you want to?
Yep. Yeah, I kind of gave them the little, hey, come on signal, and then I head toward the stairs. But I'm just going to kind of glance up the stairwell, not actually start ascending.
Yeah, it's looking at the stairs. They don't seem. There's nothing strange or suspicious about them whatsoever. And again, it's still quite quiet. The stairs lead up to a door leading out onto the roof.
Okay. And we could see the roof from that hill, right? So we already saw the roof was clear.
You did, yes. Yeah.
All right. Good.
Do you want to go up there anyway and open it up and step out onto the roof? Wave at Harry and Pay-2, or just leave it?
Just leave it.
Okay. The garage, anyway, looking around on a quick, just kind of glance around, looks to have all the tools that would be necessary for maintaining vehicles here in the facility. There's quite a selection of parts, the type of parts that typically wear out and need to be replaced or whatever. Lots of tools.
Mm-hmm.
You being a mechanical engineer, you suppose tools and materials around here, you could probably fabricate a few parts as needed as well if you really needed to. But
I didn't realize there were tunnels that connected these buildings. It's going to make things hairy.
Or easier.
Yeah. Do I see a entrance to a tunnel in the garage?
Hold on.
Yeah. According to the map, it's over there in Icicle Point.
Yeah, I just gotta pull it up here so I can actually see it. There is God, that is really poor resolution.
Mhm.
Probably look better in the book. There is, anyway, yes, in the,
Okay.
would that be the northeast corner?
All right. I'll go over and see if it's like a trap door or what. How do you access
Wrong
it?
way. Wrong way. Let me see here. So looking at that, here we go. Oh, I see. I'm sorry. You know what it is? And it's because, again, I'm going to blame the resolution on the kind of handout version of the map I've made there. It's actually a maintenance lift. It's not a trapdoor or anything of that sort. There's a maintenance lift that goes down from the garage into the underground level.
Got it. Okay.
And the maintenance lift is functioning.
Okay.
It is working. So do you want to?
Is it at my level or is it lowered down?
It's at your level.
Okay. All right. Cool. That's good. I'm gonna come out and let them know and go, hey, you want to wave those other guys in to get them out of the cold, or you think
No,
keep them?
next building. Let's go to the office.
I mean, also from studying your maps, you'd know that that would lead down to the machine shop in the
Okay.
underground level. Okay.
All right.
Go to the next building.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's see here. So which way are you going? Clockwise or counterclockwise?
Let's turn this way. That's going anti-clockwise. So going to 5A.
Going to the offices. Okay. Cool.
Ken, did you see my
That makes
note
sense.
Sorry. What? Or did you send me a text?
Yeah.
Sorry.
a while back?
No, I did not. Okay. So while they're inside the garage, then Harry, you're gonna just kind of walk off.
Or as they're coming out of the garage, I'm halfway walking towards the personnel building.
Okay. Peyton might notice you walking off.
He did.
Maybe
He
not
did.
though. If he's looking, he did. Okay.
No, I saw
Page-
him, but I figured that if he's gonna walk down, then maybe he'll draw something out, and I'll take a shot at it.
Gotcha.
Using him as bait, kind of.
Okay. So, I'm gonna say unless you guys really, no, I don't think you guys would even notice him walking down because you're not paying attention outside of the compound. So you guys move on to 5A. So as you're walking towards the gate, Harry, you'll see them come out of the garage and start walking towards the office building.
Do we see him? Why wouldn't we see him?
No, give me a spot hidden roll then you find because he's outside of the fence. I figured you're focusing on the compound itself.
Focus on anything that moves.
Nope, Isaac's gonna shoot you. All right.
No, Isaac doesn't see anything. He's too tired.
No. All right.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
And I don't care if I see them or not. I'm just going to walk.
Yep.
towards the personnel building.
So the office building is one of the more attractive buildings in the complex. It's a two-story structure with a sign identifying as the station's main office. There are two doors at opposite ends of the northern wall. The right one has a small square window about face height, though the glass is broken. And looking at this map again, office building, there's the north wall. The right one would be the one you're approaching.
Okay.
So it has the glass broken out of the window.
So I'm just going to go up to it. Is there like steps going up to the door? Or-
Are you walking up to the office as well? This is them approaching the office. They're gonna get there before you get. To
Oh, I'm
the,
sorry. I'm sorry. They're
personnel.
going to the personnel.
Sorry.
I'm
Yeah. They're a little bit ahead of you.
I'm going to building 2.
I know you are.
Okay.
Don't worry. We'll get you there shortly.
Sorry.
But they'll get to the offices first. So, yeah, the glass is broken about face height, that small square window. But if you check the door, it is not locked.
This isn't the door that
Um,
was part ripped off. You said some of the doors in the buildings have been bent or something. I'm looking from our vantage, because from the vantage point we were at, I'm wondering what.
That was there was a bent door on the pump building, the pump
Okay.
station building.
Okay.
And the other open door I think was on the maintenance shack.
Okay.
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 So you're going in?
I'll take point on this one.
All right.
Okay, so this is the public entrance, and it leads right into the facility's main office. And zoom in on my map again here so I can see it independently. Okay, so you're going into 5A on our maps, which is once a tastefully appointed office, the room now looks as if it's been hit by a tornado. The two heavy wooden desks have been overturned as if thrown aside. The drawers and their contents are strewn across the floor, along with those from the steel filing cabinets, which have been smashed and dented. A leather sofa is broken and ripped against the wall. The wooden panel behind it cracked and splintered. On the sofa is what at first appears to be a pile of bloody rags. But after a moment, you can see that it's the horribly broken body of a man. His arm is twisted crazily behind his head, and his right knee is bent the wrong way. A small automatic handgun with a slider locked back is on the floor near the corpse. The formerly blue carpet is now a dark, splotchy purple where it has been saturated with blood. A single door leads from this room basically to the coat room, and there's a staircase which leads up to the manager's office according to the sign. I'd like sanity checks, first of all, as you can come in and see this scene, this torn up office, this horribly bent and torn apart body.
I did not make that. I missed it by 6.
Does this have a penalty die as well?
No, sanity is not a skill. You lose 4 points of sanity, Bjorn.
Wow.
I'm good. I saw stuff like this in the war.
You lose none, Isaac. You're starting to get kind of acclimated to all this horrible gore and violence. Walter?
When I heard Bjorn probably a gasp or whatever, I would have responded and came in there, and I passed.
Okay, you also don't lose any sanity from it.
Fuck.
I walked in all excited. Look, free pistol. Ah!
Yeah, unlike many of the other bodies that you've seen so far that look like they could have possibly been wild animal attacks, Bjorn, and maybe this is where the sanity blast comes and hits you. This one looks as if it was twisted and broken with a cruel purpose.
Nice.
Anybody looks, the handgun on the floor looks to be a .38 automatic.
But the slides lock back like it's empty.
Yeah, you're going to examine the pistol?
Yeah.
Secure the weapon?
No, we're looking for moving things.
Nothing's moving. Well, give me spot hidden checks anyway, but yeah.
No.
I passed by
Pass.
8. Passed by 8.
So in your case, Walter, you don't see anything moving. In your case, Bjorn, you see for sure that nothing is moving.
All right. Then I will pick up the gun.
It is indeed fully expended.
Going to. Did you say there was a desk in here?
There's a couple of desks overturned. Yep, there's paperwork strewn all over. The steel filing cabinets are all ripped open and dented up. There's lots of paperwork lying around.
All right.
Give me a spot hidden check.
Looking for another clip.
You guys can, if you guys all can make spot hidden checks, I suppose, a separate one. Just looking around now. Fail. Okay.
This penalty dice kicking my ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, guys, just thinking, once everybody's settled, assuming we have no more incidents, I might want to come back here and take a look at some of this paperwork and something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See
yeah.
what's really going on.
Yeah. In my opinion, I bet that Harold knows what's going on. I think we ought to go cut his nuts off and get him to tell us what the hell his company knew.
We might just have to say boo a few times.
Well, that's not as fun, but okay.
Did nobody pass the spot hidden roll? No.
Nope.
I take it. Okay. Cool. Great. By the way, I saw somebody typed in chat you couldn't find 3D. 3D is on the upper floor, so that's why you don't see it.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So is this the only room that we can access here? Oh, there's stairs going up.
There's stairs going up, and there's a door leading into
Oh, there is to
the other room, the coat room, which is the other entrance, where the other door comes into. I assume you want to clear it all, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
So the coat room is just that. It's literally, where you come in, take off your boots, take off your coat, etc. There's another door leading from that into the restroom, the office restroom. Typical of restrooms throughout the facility, it is tiled white with stainless steel fixtures. A small shelf contains basic supplies like spare rolls of toilet paper, cleaners, sponges, and a plunger. There really isn't much of use here unless you need the use of a functional restroom or some cleaning supplies. There is a lilac air freshener on the counter next to the sink.
Nice. Okay.
Go upstairs to the main office.
Yep. Isaac, you want lead on the upstairs?
Sure.
All right.
Okay. So Isaac, as you walk up the stairs into the 5C, which is on the upper floor as part of the map that I sent you.
Yeah, I'm looking at anything moving.
Give me a spot hidden roll. No. What
It
is
has
your
to be
spot hidden
moving right
skill?
in front of me.
Okay, cool. You didn't botch the roll anyway, so.
No.
Okay, nothing moving. However, there are things of note. The office is sparse but nicely decorated. There's a tasteful photograph of a warm sandy beach hanging above the manager's desk. A small table on the back wall, which has a collection of decorative seashells on display. There's a photograph of a pretty middle-aged woman holding a young girl in her lap on the desk. The large oak desk itself is clean and organized with a pencil holder, empty document trays, computer monitor, and a keyboard. The wires passing through a hole in the desktop. Pardon me. In the high-back leather office chair behind the desk is the body of a well-dressed man in a casual dress shirt. His head is flipped back with his mouth wide open. The dark spatter on the wall behind him looks like a bloody halo.
Wait, I missed that. Is there a corpse sitting behind the desk?
Yeah, the corpse is in the chair. Nice casual dress shirt. Head popped back, mouth wide open. A halo of blood splatter behind him on the wall.
Feel like he's been shot.
Or he shot himself?
Or, yeah.
Yep. A simple search of the area.
Yeah.
You'll find a small reviver on the floor next to him. It looks indeed like he's taken his own life. There's also a folded sheet of paper in his shirt pocket, sticking out slightly.
Let's read that.
We can come back for all of this stuff once we make sure there's no big
I'm
stuff in here.
going to grab the gun, though.
I'll grab the
Pistol is a .375 Colt Magnum, and it's only missing one shot. Has 5 left.
This
Well,
place
grab
is
the note,
free
Bjorn?
of full pistols.
Yeah. All right.
2 for 2 so far.
Connecting hallway here. I'm going to dart through it and see what's in the top of building 4.
Connecting hallway from upper floors. Hold on. Technology.
Oh, you said get the
course.
note. I thought you meant you sent me a message and I'm searching everywhere.
Oh yeah, there is a connecting hall over to 4B, isn't there? Cool. You grabbed the note, but you're not reading it right now. Is that what you said, or no? Yeah?
I grabbed it. Yes, I haven't
Okay.
looked at it yet though.
You can just remember you have a suicide note in your possession. So Isaac starts making his way across the connecting hallway over to the upper floor of building number 4, which is 4B, and then I'll get over to Harry, who would be entering the personnel building around this time. But first, I'll tell you what you find in 4B. 4B is the data storage room. The dull hum of electricity can be heard. The heat from the servers keeps it very somewhat warmer in here. Both long walls are lined with gray steel cabinets. Clear panels with blinking lights and temperature readouts provide the only light in the room at the moment, aside from any light that you brought with yourself. I assume you've got a light mounted on your M16, Isaac, yeah?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know if that's really a field issue. We didn't have lights.
Did they not in the 80s? Was that another thing? I don't know.
That
Okay.
might have been. I don't know. No idea.
Maybe not. Just seems intuitive to me, but
But there's no big critters in here. Isaac's intent on big critters.
give me that spot hidden roll. It's very dark in here. You only have the lights coming from the servers themselves,
Man,
the
I
temperature readouts.
I can't see nothing.
You didn't botch anything, though? Yeah,
Nope.
there's no movement.
What do you guys think? I think we should just keep moving. I mean, we can do
Yep.
fine tooth comb search later.
Just
Let's see if
right.
there's anything here we
Make
can
note of the
talk about.
places to come back to.
Yeah, there's stairs in here.
Right.
Go.
Yep, stairs down to 4A. But first, before you do that, I'll get to Harry,
All right.
who is entering the personnel building by himself.
Yeah, I go up to the nearest door and
Yep, which would lead right to 2A there.
I throw it open, and I'm like, "Hello, is anybody in here?"
So building 2. Personnel quarters. This is a 2-story structure. Clearly the living quarters for personnel that work at the pumping station. Both floors have a few small windows to let in what little natural light is available at this time of year. On the roof, as you're approaching it, you notice there is a satellite dish and a series of small skylights.
Okay.
The windows' rolling steel storm shutters are in place over all the windows, so you cannot see in through them at all as you approach. The latches on the door as you approach it are broken as if it had been locked and forced open.
Okay.
The door that you approach, this first door, also has a dozen or so small circular dents that are indicative of bullet hits fired by a handgun from the inside.
Okay. But it's a steel door.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. I don't pay that much attention to it.
You don't know much about guns. There's not really much I can tell you about the bullet wounds, if you will, to the door. But the general details of this building, the interior has a very modern look with pale light paneled walls, stainless steel fixtures, and solid wooden doors inside, of course. With the exception of the kitchen and restrooms, of course, which will be tiled, but the rest of it, the floors are covered with a carpet of brown rubber mesh. It's very soft to walk on, but quickly sheds moisture.
Right. Keeps you from slipping.
Now, this room, carpeted with beige industrial carpet, is set up as a simple living room with 2 sofas and 2 recliners. A TV and VCR is mounted to the wall with a bracket. It's turned on, but currently shows nothing but gray static.
Mm-hmm.
There's a mixed smell of something burned and a metallic odor like pennies.
Okay. I point at the lounge chair and I say, "I'll see you later." And I'm going to head towards if I think there's a kitchen in some direction.
Right. I mean, would you be familiar with the layout? The kitchen. There's a kitchen right off of this room.
Maybe a little. They're all kind of made the same.
So looking at the map for 2A, there is a hall, and there's actually several doors along the wall there. That's on the north side of the hall, I guess, the left side if you're looking down that way. Right. There are stairs leading up to the power room. There's also stairs which lead down to the lower levels from here. And then, there's a kitchen and a restroom section there as well on this floor. So the kitchen is the closest room unless you want to start going into the personal rooms. Yeah. 2B.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to go straight into the kitchen. I'm looking for coffee or something. So I'm going to walk in. And as I walk open the door, I'm saying, "Is anybody in here?"
Well, as soon as the door is opened, you're hit with a smell of burned food and a wave of heat. This is the kitchen, and it's in shambles. Pots and utensils are scattered everywhere, and the floor is a disgusting greasy broth. The industrial-sized refrigerator is open, and its contents strewn around it. The light from the refrigerator's interior casts strange shadows about the room. A deep red glow is coming from the oven, which is clearly on, and through the window, you can see a charred object that might have once been a roast. This is clearly the source of the overwhelming burning smell, though it does at least mask the odor of rotting food that would otherwise pervade the room. Nonetheless, you are hit with a wave of nausea from the noxious vapors and sudden heat. I would like a Constitution roll, please.
Yeah, and I'm kind of tiptoeing over towards the kind of 9. So
okay. You managed to suppress the urge to vomit.
I'm so annoyed. I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to throw up.
Otherwise, it's a very modern kitchen with brushed stainless steel surfaces, granite countertops, and restaurant quality appliances.
I walk straight over to the oven, like going, don't want to slip in the grease or anything, but I'm going to turn the oven off.
Okay.
God damn people.
Fluorescent light housing in the ceiling is obviously been damaged. The lights are dimly flickering.
What a fucking mess.
Give me a spot hidden roll as you look around.
Pay for someone to come in here and clean this shit up. 88. I'm not looking.
It's just a mess.
I'm gonna work my way through the mess over to a cabinet and see if I can find some fucking coffee.
The cabinet is, you open the door of the cabinet, and it almost falls off the hinges as you do so. Give me a luck roll.
All right. 54. What is my luck? Nope, missed it by 4 points.
Yeah, everything has been pulled out of here pretty much. There's, if there is coffee here, it's probably somewhere in all this detritus on the floor.
Jesus Christ. Well, where's the fucking phone?
And the light keeps flickering.
All right, I'm gonna start working around looking for a phone.
Okay.
Stumbling
do that.
around like a selfish little dick.
There's no phone in the kitchen. No phone in the room you came from.
All right, so let's see. Look at the map. I come out of the kitchen. Oh, I know. I come out of the kitchen, and I kind of figure from the doors, it looks like there's. Is it a bathroom down at the end? Restrooms.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna head
2
for
C and D.
I'm gonna head for the restrooms because I got to take a leak.
Okay. The restrooms themselves. 2 C and D. Here we go. So the restroom is simple and functional, tiled white throughout. Fixtures that would be at home in any public toilet. A doorway to the left opens up into a shower area. However, the lights are out. Though they, cursory look, they don't seem to be damaged. Do you have any kind of flashlight or anything with you here?
I don't.
You want to flip the switch on the wall?
Yeah, I'm flipping it up and down to see if I can.
The lights do not turn on.
Oh shit!
Seem to not be working.
This is just a fucking nightmare.
I know, no coffee. Lights are out in the toilet. What a dump.
I'm just gonna walk back into the front room and sit on the lounge chair.
Okay. Stare at the static on the TV, VCR?
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll go try to flip the channels first. And if I don't get anything, then I'm just going to turn it off and sit in the chair.
The channels are all dead air. The VCR is on, but not currently playing. It's currently stopped.
Okay. I think I'm just going to sit in the chair. Maybe I'll sit in the chair and I'll pull out the videotape player or the video recorder that I have.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go through it more thoroughly. I'll start from the beginning. I'm really looking to something that I can blame on someone.
Do you want to try to put the tape in the VCR and watch it on the big TV instead of through the little eye?
Means I have to get up again. Fuck. All right, I'll go do it.
Press eject on the VCR and pop out the copy of Escape from New York.
Oh, that's a good movie. Okay.
Yeah, and you pop in William's camcorder video that you found from the camp, and start kind of watching through that. And it looks much better on the big screen.
Yeah. Oh. Let's see what
you can see much better.
Fucking hippies are up to.
We'll come back to that in a bit while we go to the other guys who now we're going downstairs from the data storage room into the bulk storage room, 4A, ground floor of the supply building. So the ground floor of the building is one large room lined with shelves. Lights are working in this room, so you can see the interior of the building itself is pretty utilitarian, sparse, well insulated though. The bottom floor is smooth concrete. The upstairs floor, you might have noticed, was covered with that same carpet of brown rubber mesh that kind of helps to absorb the moisture out of your shoes and everything. Thanks to the external wall insulation, the temperature in this building is right around 65 degrees Fahrenheit. You'll also notice wall-mounted CO2 fire extinguishers scattered throughout. And a cabinet on the ground floor, which contains firefighter gear. On the the ground floor room, the bulk storage room. There are larger boxes and crates stacked near the large garage door. A pallet jack truck sits near those. In the middle of the room, one wooden crate looks as if it's been hastily pried open and its contents removed. On the far wall, there is a set of stairs that go, well, that's where you are. If you come in through the door, it would be the far wall. But there's obviously the set of stairs going up to the data storage, which you're currently coming down. There's another set of stairs beneath this that seems to descend down to the underground level. The sign next to the descending stairs lists cellar, engineering, water recovery, and machine shop.
Okay.
That box
sorry.
that was emptied. Sorry.
No, I was just checking this. Somebody types on chat. I just want to see if I miss any chats. Sorry, if there's anything in the chat that I need to see, just please maybe give me a nudge or something. Let me know, because I don't tend to watch it when I'm. All right, go ahead. I apologize.
That box that's been hastily pried open.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to take a peek in it and see if there's any. You can tell what was in it. If there's like a way
There's a
bill or
packing
something.
label on it that indicates that it contains some sort of electronic parts. Do you have any knowledge in electronics?
I don't think I have anything. Nope, nothing.
Okay.
You guys know what this stuff means? Blah blah blah. I read it out loud.
No.
Isaac's an engineer. Isaac would. You don't have to roll for this, Isaac. Just your knowledge of mechanics and electronics would tell you that. Did I lose it already? Would tell you that these parts, the contents of this box, were sufficient for repairing or even building a shortwave radio.
I don't say that. The radio parts.
Oh, a shortwave.
They're no longer in the box.
Oh, you didn't say. Okay, well, you didn't say shortwave. Yeah. Don't they already have a radio set up here?
I think.
Yeah, but I mean, it's better to have spare parts. Who knows?
People though, aren't there supposed to be a dozen people here? Well, I mean, we found a couple of.
Half a dozen. Half a dozen. Yep.
Yeah.
Give me listen rolls while you're in this room.
Ooh. Regular.
Regular success is sufficient. You will hear the faint sound of machinery coming from the descending stairway.
Okay. Do we want to head down to the tunnels or finish all the ground buildings?
That's a good question.
We could peek down, see what's down below. Just
it's a big empty. Well, I don't know about empty. It's a big room with tunnels running off of it. It's right here. We could go look.
If you look at your maps, you'll see that cellar storage is beneath your current location. You're in bulk storage at the moment. Cellar storage is room 11 on the underground map.
Sure, we're right here.
Right.
I go down the stairs.
All right.
Okay, down to the cellar.
When he goes down, I'm going to step out the door and look up and wave it on pay 2.
Okay, give me a spot hidden roll as you do that.
Okay. That's a fail.
Okay, so you wave up at the dots that you know are your people up there on the hill. On pay 2, you probably watching through your scope, you see Walter step out of the supply building and wave.
All right.
Go ahead.
Okay.
No, please go.
I was just gonna say I'll get tell Cupcake to walk in front of me and head down towards where they're waving. I figure they cleared it out by now.
Okay.
And on my Lee Enfield, I don't have a scope. I just trained by eye.
Oh. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Good call. Okay. So you would notice Walter anyway that they start to make their way down the hill and you're towards the station.
Okay.
So
I'm going to step back in where it's warm.
Isaac, you go downstairs into a cool and rather sparse room with 9 cardboard boxes along one wall and 8 food-grade barrels along another. There's, of course, a set of stairs leading up to the supply building, which you're currently on. And there is a doorway covered with vinyl strips on the, I guess it would be the northern side of this room.
Is it lit down
lit?
Yes. Yes. It is lit.
Anything? Any bodies? Any people? Any cars?
In the cellar storage, you see nothing. Nope. No critters, not even a mouse. There's also a short side passage on the kind of western side that leads to a steel ladder that you would know from studying the map leads that ascends up to the office building. Oh, actually, there's a sign there too. It says office buildings. So,
Man, so you can get to almost any building through these underground tunnels.
mm-hmm.
It's not good. What do you guys think? Should we stay under here? I mean, we can go into this water recovery place, and then we can scoot to a tunnel and come up in the personnel quarters.
That was yep. Yeah, because we need the underground. We still need to clear building 3. So
yeah. So if you want to go through the hallway with the vinyl strips, you know that leads into the what is it called? The engineering section.
What do we think?
I think yeah. I'm still kind of I've been hanging out on the ground floor, because of covering. So before I go down, I'm going to take a quick peek and see where on Pay 2 and our buddy Bill is.
And me, you don't know that I'm in.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and
as you peek out again, you'll see on Pay 2. On Pay 2, where would you be leading Bill? Well, Bill's kind of walking in front of you as for man, but where are you going? To the building that they were in?
Yeah, I would go to wherever he was that he waved me down.
So they are approaching the supply building.
Okay. All right. If they're, I'll relay that information down to Bjorn.
And you would also notice that
and Isaac.
Harry is not with them.
Where the fuck did that guy go? God. Hey, on Pay 2 and what's his nuts? Bill's coming, but Harold's not there.
Oh crap! Where'd he wandered off to?
Maybe he got eaten.
Tell you that guy knows something.
Once I get in earshot, I'll be like, that fool walked over, and I point towards the building that Fink went into.
Jesus.
I was hoping something would jump out and try and get him, and I'd take a shot at it, but no such luck.
Using him as bait.
I like it.
He wouldn't shut up, and then he just walked away. So I figured safer for me and Cupcake here.
All right. Well, if he's in that building, he's in that building. I think we got to stick with our plan. I ain't getting my head ripped off because of him.
We haven't heard any screams or anything, so.
I wouldn't hear him anyways.
Anybody got cuffs on him? Anybody got
No.
handcuffs or zip ties?
No.
No, left those with the wife. So, all right.
Bill looks concerned. He looks at you and pitches, what do you need handcuffs for?
I was going to handcuff you to the pole here until we finish clearing the rest of the building. I don't know you.
What? Why would you do that? What if another one of those things attacks?
You're a self-proclaimed eco-terrorist, and that's a nature thing, so...
I'm a videographer. I told you, I don't work with those guys. They just paid me to come and shoot some film.
Well, until we could prove that story, I just don't want you walking up behind one of us and, trying to cut my throat. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make an intimidate check and put him in his place to make sure he knows not to fuck with us.
Okay. You pull out a knife or something and...
No, I just clip my gun like that. I'll be like, dude, you fuck with any of us, or don't listen to anything we say. I'm just gonna put a bullet in you.
Okay. Cool.
And
Go ahead.
I 6 out of 55.
Well, I
So
was
that's
going to give you a bonus die, but I guess you don't need it. So he kind of cowers a bit and soils himself.
Oh.
Yeah, man. No problem. You're not going to get any trouble from me.
Just so we're clear, that's all. I won't handcuff you. Follow behind us. But remember, there's one in here with your name on it. I'm not even going to say anymore. Know your place.
Ooh, Whatever you say, Chief.
Now I backhand him.
Hey,
Not to do damage, but like, and I just give him like,
knock him to the ground.
are you fucking kidding me? And I
Uh,
slap him.
It's a term of
Chief.
respect, authority.
Hey, Pay2, we've got some puppies over here you can kick if you want.
There's one chief in my tribe, and he holds the highest respect. And
Right, boss. I'm sorry. Can I call you boss? What do you want me to call you, man?
Boss is fine.
Boss. Boss it is. He's wiping the blood from his mouth.
Hmm. All right.
Oh.
I think you got the point on pay two. I'm going to start going down the steps to join Isaac. Chuckling
Go over to the engineering.
Chuckling a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm
Isaac is
halfway
probably oblivious to all that, so he'll just head into the, what is it?
Engineering?
Engineering. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so this room is literally the heart of the station. Houses the massive boiler that supplies heat and power to the entire facility. There's a giant electric generator which produces a constant hum and makes hearing in the room extremely difficult, even when it's operating at only 50% capacity, as it is right now. Against the far wall is the bulk of the pump machinery that drives the main turbine for the oil pipeline above. It is currently not operating. So the noise isn't as bad as it could be. You know, if that thing was functioning, you would need to wear ear protection, or you'd be possibly facing permanent hearing damage. There is also, sorry, let me see here. There's a tall cylindrical fuel tank, about 2/3 empty, designed to siphon off a portion of the oil, which would be pumped through the pipeline to replenish itself. Anyone familiar with the system? You being an engineer, you'd be familiar with this kind of stuff, especially working for Exxon currently. You would be able to do so at current operating levels. The machinery itself, as far as running energy, power, and heat and stuff for the compound, can run for probably about 2 more months. You also would know that you'd be able to control the heat and power anywhere in the station from this room. So yeah, if you wanted to reroute power to any room or building, etc., you would be able to do so, Isaac.
Are the turbines not running because they're not turned on, or because they've been damaged?
Yeah, it's not turned on. You might recall that the communication was lost the day before the pipeline was meant to go online.
Right.
So
this all looks normal.
You can assume that it just has not gone online yet.
I say to the others, this looks normal. And
Shouts at the others over the sound of the machinery.
Yeah. And there's nothing here. There's no people.
Nope, no movement, no people.
I'll go through the room to that little short hallway, and then and then I don't know where to go.
Right. So if you go into that next hallway, there are basically kind of 2-3 different directions you can go. You can turn left and go towards the what's that called? The machine shop, which is underneath the garage. Straight ahead would be the stairs leading up to the personnel building, or you kind of zig right and then left again. And over there you'd have the wastewater recovery area, and at the end of the hall there is a ladder leading up to the maintenance shack.
We'll clear the underground quick. I'll go to the water recovery room.
Okay. While he's doing that, since there's 4 of us, well, 5 if you count Bill.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I'm gonna start heading down the machine shop underneath the garage.
Shop.
Yep, gonna start headed that way.
Okay. We'll do wastewater recovery first. Bjorn, on Pay2, do you guys go with either one of them, or do you split up one with each, or?
I'll go to machine shop because it's a pretty big room.
So you go
Might
with
use
Walter
2 of
towards the
us.
machine shop. What about you on Pay2?
If somebody who's by himself,
Isaac.
So I'll back up Isaac.
And William goes right behind you. Okay, so Isaac, as you walk into the wastewater recovery, this room clearly houses machinery that recycles the station's wastewater and biological waste. There are several large tanks and cylinders which take up a large portion of the room. Dozens of pipes gathering at a large central tank in the back of the room. Various gauges and valves are scattered throughout the machinery, and a steel tool cabinet and workbench takes up the far left corner. At a glance, everything here seems to be in order. The system is designed to process both gray water, which would be your sinks and showers, and black water, which would be the toilets, store that recovered water, and then reuse it. The process is extraordinarily efficient. And what is your mechanical engineering at?
75.
Yeah, no rule necessary. I'll just tell you. You know that this system was originally designed by NASA for the potential of use for extended periods of life in space.
But again, no people, nothing big.
No, nope. It's dead quiet once again. Well, I mean, you still hear all the noise from the engineering.
Right, but
You might hear William's teeth chattering a little bit.
I'll just say to MP2 that the room's clear.
Copy that.
Okay. And for Walter and Bjorn, going into the machine shop, this room contains a fully stocked machine shop, including welding equipment, an anvil, industrial lathe, and racks of raw metal for fabrication. Against one wall is a self-contained cargo elevator, which allows for moving large parts of supplies between the machine shop and the garage above. It has a label on it which says capacity of 6,000 pounds. Or I guess since it's Canada, it might say 2,722 kilograms. It looks to be in order and ready for use, like fabricate tools, parts, etc. If somebody has the right training and time. No movement, no signs of anybody here. No bodies, no
Build a
blood
helicopter and get out of here.
Yeah. Well, Bjorn,
that might take a bit of time.
I'm starting to think we're not going to find anyone. I think after we clear these other buildings, we get that snowcat and we head toward the nearest town. So I plan to see my son again, not die out in this shithole.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, let's go meet up the other guys.
Okay.
I think
so you
we'll
guys
just hang out in that short little hallway to the stairs that go up to building 2. We'll just wait there for Bjorn and Walter.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, you guys will meet right back there in the kind of junction.
Yep. And then we'll go up.
And take the stairs up to the personnel building, building 2. Which is going to conveniently take you right into the room where Harry is currently sitting and watching, flipping the remote with the VCR player. While before they do that, Harry, I want you to give me, where is it here? Right, reviewing the footage. There's some information about that here somewhere. I know there is. Oh, it's on the previous page. Apologies. Yeah, there it is. Give me a spot hidden check just while you're kind of flipping through the footage and like kind of you're seeing the faces of all these Earth First guys.
That is a 16. What was it? You said spot hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a hard? Where is this? No, it's just a regular.
A regular success?
I'm not a person who sees much.
Okay. Would you want to spend luck to make it a hard success, or
Now
does
let's
it
see,
not
what do I
mean?
need?
Is it not that important to you?
I just have to spend 4. I'll spend 4 because I'm trying to find something I can use against. I got to spend this whole thing to a story.
So as you flip through, you're looking at a bit where, it's getting dark and that, like 4 of the guys are standing there with their arms around each other, over their shoulders, kind of linked up side by side and like singing some,
Kumbaya.
singing, well, it's not Kumbaya. It's some
Is it the safety
environmental radical, kind of thing. It's almost like a protest song, and you notice a movement behind them. And you kind of flip it back, look at it again, get a little bit closer, maybe sit forward to get a look. You see a tall, hairy, white figure move through the trees in the distance. Details are hard to make out because it's kind of shaky. But yeah, definitely looked like a tall, very tall very hairy, white, bipedal figure, not wearing any clothes, unless maybe it's not hair, maybe it's just wearing a massive fur coat. But
Fuck. Holy shit.
and that'd be about the right time for Isaac to come walking up the stairs into the room.
Where the fuck did you come from?
What the fuck are you doing here?
I'm watching a video. What the hell do you think I'm doing? Come here. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
Watch this. Okay. Look. See that the
The fuck is
third
that?
the third tree? Yeah, right there. Watch. I go back and forth, back and forth.
Is that the Sasquatch?
I'm leaning in over Isaac's shoulder too at this now.
Oh, hey, I pay too.
Hey,
I think we got a picture of Sasquatch. We could make millions. Look at that.
What happens if you
Unfortunately,
run
it
the
is
video
pretty
forward?
shaky and grainy. But
what
Is,
is
happens next?
is William with you?
Yeah.
yeah, he's there.
You're a shitty videographer. Why didn't you look at you got a picture of Sasquatch?
What?
What does it look like to me?
He looks at he blanches.
It's like
and
Cruella de Vil in a big old hairy coat.
He kind of takes a couple steps back and he collapses into like a sofa or lounge chair, whatever it is there.
I wonder if there's any more. I'm going to go forward a little bit.
I guess I'm. Yeah, I'm going to be famous. Yeah, you keep flipping forward. It's just more of them talking.
So what
And
is the
actually,
thing
that's
doing?
pretty close to the end of the tape. There's the last kind of bit of footage of them sitting around the campfire talking about their plans to handcuff themselves to the pumping station and kind of basically a forced hunger strike or whatever to try to force Exxon to not start the pumping, etc.
How much did they pay you to do this videography? Because it is boring as fuck.
Not enough, not for this fucking weather.
What does the creature in the video, what is it doing? Is it watching the people that are talking? Is
You
it
just get a
moving
glimpse
the
of it
background?
moving between trees in the background from
Okay.
right to left.
Oh, okay.
Isaac, it's called photobombing.
What color? What color
Photobombing.
is it?
White.
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 I mean, it
And how
all
big
blends
does
in
it
except
look?
that,
Does it look 9 feet?
well, that tree over there. Look at that tree.
Actually, yeah, you're gonna try to guesstimate. Let's see here.
8 feet.
You're a mechanical engineer. It's up to you. You're pretty good with mathematics and all that.
Is there any buildings or anything they could put it to scale?
You're thinking it's probably closer to 12 foot.
We are so fucked.
Right.
That's what's been throwing boulders at us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
And
You know what?
that's one
could be
of the things.
that could
One
be
of
one
the
of
things
these.
that's throwing boulders.
That could be one of these guys in a costume.
What
Fucking around.
what was the company doing up here, Harold?
Pumping oil.
You weren't getting any reports from anyone about something weird happening up here?
I don't get reports. Why would I get reports?
Let's not get distracted. We've still got buildings to clear.
Oh yeah.
All I do is come up with what we tell the public.
I'm
I
looking
don't
at
really-
windows.
Honestly, I don't even care what the facts are. I just care what the
Yeah.
facts, everything looks like.
Ian, roughly, what was the weight of those boulders that were tossed at the tent?
A few 100 pounds.
So, and I say, Harold, one of them in a costume can't throw a couple 100-pound boulder hundreds of feet.
Look, I don't know.
You heard the boulder whistle.
The problem is it's not a perfectly clear picture. And honestly, if it was a perfectly clear picture, then people would say that it was fake. So I'm not sure what this means or if we can use it, but
Bill says, wait. So those things are still out there. You've seen them too?
you've seen them.
I thought it was a bear or something, but that must be what killed my friends. Well, my whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Employers.
Whatever.
Yeah, on here.
Get it straight.
There's a really big problem, guys. No coffee.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that I could find. The kitchen's a fucking mess.
Yeah.
We got to get the fuck out of here. I mean,
No
don't you guys
shit.
have like an extraction plan or something? We need to
No.
enact that right away.
I couldn't find a phone, but I didn't really look. There could be a phone in here. Did you find a radio? Anything? There's dishes on the roof. There's got to be.
There's no phone lines here, but there is, obviously a radio.
There's a
shack
radio
there.
room.
Yeah.
Harold, did you go through this building?
No, not really. Just the kitchen.
All right.
And quite frankly, it's a mess. Oh, by the way, if you walk in there, the oven might still be warm. Somebody left the oven on. The fucking thing was almost red hot on the inside, so I turned it off. I don't want there to be a fire or anything. There's a lot of grease on the floor, but the oven might still be hot. I don't want you to burn yourselves. I really don't give a fuck if you burn yourselves.
All right, Isaac and Bourne, let's finish the sweep. Harry,
Yeah.
you hang out here. Put your thumb back up your ass.
Oh wait, I got a question for Bill. Bill, did you guys have an extraction plan? What were you guys gonna do?
You have
Well,
cars or
maybe
something?
not you guys. Your friends.
Well, the idea was we would just hang out here at the pumping station until the police came and took us away.
Police.
That's what they.
How'd
You know where we are, right?
How'd you get here?
We hiked.
Holy shit! What a bunch of
How long did it take you to
All
hike
right.
here?
It was a while. I think Telegraph Creek is good 25 miles or so.
12.
All right.
Well, it
Oh
felt
my
like
God.
25.
So who
Bet.
organized your team? Were you like a bunch of idiots or something? There are so many pumping stations you could have gone to that are way closer
Team?
to the road.
You looked at the footage. You saw those guys. A team is a bit of a stretch. I mean, you're talking about a bunch of radical hippies who are pissed off at the man.
I take it back. I think that it's brilliant that you'd walk 25 miles out into the woods and tie yourselves to trees, because that would be the end of the problem. Nobody's going to find you out here.
What's
Did you
that
have
supposed to mean?
Did you have any interaction at all with the people in the station?
No, we never made it to the station. We were going to be going to the station the next day. We were only, a couple miles away, if that.
Look, and I popped the VCR tape out. I said, here's your videotape of Sasquatch. You might be able to convince somebody. I'm sure that somebody will think, wow, maybe it really is. You'll be right up there with. You won't be as good as that footage of the one that they got walking along, that long-armed woman in a suit, whatever.
That Peterson guy?
The most famous one, yeah. But guys, I don't think this guy is anything at all. I think he's just some dude they hired for their video. It's lousy videography, but holy
I walk
shit!
out of the room.
If he spent this
I'm
much
checking the
time
rest of the building, too.
videotaping, if he spent this much time videotaping,
Let's go
this
do
shit,
that.
So I look at Cupcake and I go, Cupcake, you keep an eye on Fink, actually. And I
Cupcake,
walk-
yeah, have a seat, Cupcake.
I walk behind Isaac.
Let's see if we can find some snacks or something in the kitchen. It's a fucking mess.
I'll
So
say
where-
as we leave. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say. I'll say as we leave. Hey, remember, Harold? Bill's got a whole pile of food with him. He's got all those MREs and stuff.
No, we
Yeah,
took
but
the,
there should be decent food here. Check the bedrooms. I don't know. Maybe the guys are. I yelled. Nobody answered.
Do you want to go in and start searching through the shit in the kitchen?
Yeah, I'll go back in there. It's a fucking mess.
Go in and start searching through. There's also there's pantry
Cheerios.
storage too, isn't there?
Yeah, maybe some
Yeah.
Cheerios or something.
Where's pantry storage here? This fucking map.
The bathroom. Somebody change the light in the bathroom so that we can turn the light on.
Oh yeah, pantry storage is off the hall there, 2F.
I need to take a piss. I need to take a shit. But I'm gonna-
So where are you guys going? Those of you who are continuing to sweep, I pay to Walter, Isaac, and Bjorn.
following Isaac.
First
I'll
floor,
look.
real quick.
Yep, first floor.
Let's just quick do the first floor.
Yeah, kitchen, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, you guys look at the
Oven.
kitchen real quick. You see, yeah, the oven is still pretty much glowing red, although it's dim. It's getting darker. But I mean, it had been on for days. So The kitchen's a mess. I need you all to make Constitution rolls. It smells even worse now that the heat is dying down, and you get more of the smell of the rot and yeah.
Fail.
Fail.
I'm wasting all
Passed,
my
oddly.
good. I wasted all my good rolls on the kitchen and intimidate. I got an 04.
Okay, Bjorn, how did you do?
I got an 11.
Okay, so Bjorn and Anpecha, you guys kind of can turn your turn your senses off to an extent to where the smell doesn't disturb you too much. However, Isaac, you walk in and you immediately kind of retch and puke a little bit.
The sink.
Walter, chain reaction. You also puke. Then once Isaac pukes, Anpecha and Bjorn, you'll have to make another roll. Now that those guys have both vomited with penalty dice.
Nice, guys.
The sink is right
I'm
there.
good. I
Chain
passed
reaction.
by 50.
I failed by 4 points on with the penalty.
Anpecha, you puke a little bit. Not too bad, but Bjorn's just not bothered.
No, I
He's
probably
like,
have to do it again.
What the hell did you eat?
yeah, you'll have to do it again with a penalty
Constitution.
die, Harold.
Told you
Penalty
that.
die.
That ham slice, man.
Oh, Harry pukes as well.
I run to the sink though.
Right.
And you slip in the
No.
puke.
Don't slip in the grease.
But there's nothing moving in here
Okay.
aside
All
from
right.
you guys.
Yeah, fuck, that was nice.
Fucking guys.
You said the bathroom lights out there, Harold?
Yeah. It's the switch doesn't do nothing.
Yeah. That's the first room that's had. The lights haven't worked, guys, so.
So you go over to 2C, the restroom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, you can see yourself. You flip the switch on and off. Lights don't come on.
I
If
do
you
have
guys can-
I do have a flashlight though.
Okay. Yep. You can look around with the flashlight, and yeah, there's nothing really of interest in here. It's just a fully functional restroom.
Is the light smashed?
No.
Or-
Nope. I think the power is just not running to this room or something. Something is wrong. Maybe at the. Remember, the generator was only running at 50%.
All right.
Well, you might not remember that. Isaac would
Yeah.
remember that because he saw it, and he could decipher the gauges. The showers, which are connected, also lights are not working in there, but everything otherwise seems normal. The wall opposite the shower stalls has 6 shallow lockers with a wooden bench in the middle of the room. You find nothing around here but a couple of clean bath towels in one of the lockers. Well,
Okay.
if you even search the lockers, you might not even bother.
I'd probably open in real quick.
Okay, yep, a couple of clean bath towels. That's about it.
Okay.
Going, I suppose, kind of continuing your counterclockwise motion, go over to 2E, I think is that next one? No, that's got to be 2. Yeah, it's got to be 2E. 2E, 2F, 2G, 2H. Yeah, it's got to be what that is. 2E is the cold room. Seems to be the main entrance to the personnel quarters as well. Whereas guys, Harry came in through the secondary entrance, which leads right into the common area. So this is the main entrance to personnel quarters. There's several benches scattered throughout the room, several sets of cold weather clothing hanging on wall hooks, parkas, ski pants, gloves, boots, snowshoes. It's just above freezing in this room. So although it's not nearly as cold as outside, it's still kind of cold in the cold room, of course. The cold weather gear, if you look at it real quickly, Walter, being a survivalist, you'll see is rated to -40 degrees Fahrenheit.
Pretty good.
There's also, if you look around, you'll see there's a survival pack as well in here.
Oh. I go right to that. I'm looking for a radio.
It's got a first aid kit, fire starter, signaling mirrors, survival knife, and a flare gun with 4 flares.
Ooh, I could
Yeah.
use a little taste of first aid.
All right. Well, get that out. How you and oof. Anyone good with first aid? I'm a little tired here, and
I'm not too bad with that.
okay, yeah, I'm usually pretty good, but my eyes are getting heavy.
Pretty
Who's
good, too.
Isaac was hurt?
Yeah, from last time.
First
Right,
aid kit,
rocks.
give a bonus dice or no?
Yeah, why not?
Good. I passed with the bonus die.
Cool. Okay, so you get a hit point back, Isaac. You were just bruised from the throwing rocks before, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Nothing major. Got it.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
I take the mirror.
Cool.
A flare gun will come in handy. Somebody should hold on to that.
All right.
All right, there's
Okay,
nothing
there's a
else in
flare
these
gun with
other
4
two little
flares.
rooms.
So the other rooms, let's see, moving on down, I guess the next one would be 2F, is the pantry and storage. The door to this room is actually slightly ajar. The interior has been torn apart, leaving shredded food and packaging everywhere. There's a strong smell in the room that could be either vinegar or urine. If you look amongst the food items that are tossed all over the place, you'll find about a dozen large cans of food that could provide the caloric equivalent of about 10 individual meals.
Nice.
There's also a dozen wool blankets, a first aid kit, an advanced medical kit containing a defibrillator, surgical equipment, and ER-grade medicines that can handle a fair number of critical health emergencies with the right training. Those are in a locked metal case, however. But it's labeled clearly, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You could open it in time if you were so determined to do so.
Yeah.
Let's clear the rest of the place and then we could just pop the lock off later.
Yeah.
Go upstairs.
Okay. There's another room, actually. There's still a couple more rooms here up beside the pantry. Next is 2G.
Hey, Isaac.
Before you go upstairs?
Isaac, I'll finish this downstairs if you want to head up.
Yeah.
Well, we can stick together. Let's just.
Okay.
Okay. So 2G is a bunk room. It is dark. There's a switch just inside the door, but it does nothing. There's a sour smell of dirty laundry drifting from the room, followed by the odors of mixed sweat and maybe blood. Clothes are scattered across the room, and the bedding has been dumped on the floor. You hear a faint whimpering in the darkness.
Oh, click on my flashlight.
Click off my safety.
Go, hello.
Yeah.
There's a tall bunk bed with 3 levels, a small writing desk with a chair, 3 shallow lockers. Beneath the bunk, you can also see 3 stout foot lockers. Give me a spot hidden check with a bonus die there, Walter, as you're looking around. Well, the bonus die just cancels out your penalty die, I guess, since you're tired. But,
regular.
Yeah, well, that's enough. You notice a young man huddled behind the foot lockers under the bunks. He looks filthy. He's clearly soiled his clothes several times.
Go, are you hurt?
He doesn't respond.
Okay.
He just keeps whimpering.
Kind of rush over there and kind of, first thing what I'm looking for is, does he have any weapons? I don't want to get close to him and have him freak out and slash me.
You see food wrappers, chicken bones, and dried vomit around him.
Nice.
You don't see a sign of any weapons.
Okay. I reach out and I touch him.
He scurries back, even try to further back under the bunk.
Hey.
He's obviously terrified.
Hey, look. It's a person, friend. What? We're here to get you. Get you out of here. What's your name? Harold, we got someone. Do you know this man?
He doesn't say anything.
Deal with him later. Let's clear the building.
Get Harold in here. I know he's watching his video.
You have somebody in there?
Yeah.
2G. Yeah, the bunker.
Hold on. Let me pause the movie. It's just starting. We're watching the thing. What's up?
Yeah.
You go in there. You see the young terrified man under the bunk bed, kind of scurried back into the corner.
Why would I know anyone up here?
Actually, you do recognize him.
Because
you recognize him from the Earth First footage. He's one of the Earth First guys.
Wait a second. He's one of the guys from the Earth First footage.
Oh, fuck.
Bill. William.
Yeah.
Cupcake.
Yeah.
Who is this guy? You know this guy?
I don't know this guy. Why would I know this guy?
He's in your video. Why wouldn't you know him if he's in your video?
Oh yeah, that's Bob.
I don't know him. Yeah, that's Bob.
I look over at Ampay too.
Geez, I didn't recognize him with all the shit all over his face. Is that actually shit?
Well, yeah.
I do look over at Anpetu and I go, why wouldn't he know him? Is your name Bob?
He's just like kind of continues whimpering. He's looking at you with a terrified look on his face, but he's
Bared face Bob?
he says nothing.
All right.
We try a psychology roll or something. Dude.
Has anybody got a candy bar?
He's wearing clothes?
Yeah, they're shitty clothes.
Yep. Yeah, he's covered in his own like waste and vomit, but
because the light in the bathroom's not working.
That's of course.
Gary.
That's what I do.
Can I do a psychology roll on him?
For what?
I don't know, to see if I might be able to help him get out.
That would be psychoanalysis. Yeah. Psychology is more just for.
Yeah, I can tell he's
testing.
crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
you can give me a psychology roll though for Bill.
All right, I'll do. I got a 28 out of 60, so a hard pass.
Bill is definitely not being straight with you.
Yeah, Bill ain't Bill, or Bill
he doesn't.
Ain't,
he's lying. He doesn't know.
He doesn't know who the fuck this is.
Nah. You're pretty sure this guy's name's probably not Bob either.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of obvious. That's why
Do you want to drag him out of there, out from under the bunk, and search him?
That's what I was.
Shit out of him, maybe.
I don't want to touch him. He's shitty. But you guys can do it.
I'll reach under, grab him by the ankle, and pull him
they've got showers too.
He tries to scurry away, but he's not very strong. You're able to manhandle him and pull him out.
Yeah.
Does he react when he sees Bill?
No. He's just panicking because he doesn't know what the hell you guys are going to do to him. But he's not speaking any words. He's quite obviously under extreme distress, probably insane.
Yeah. Does he have a wallet? Like
he does have a wallet. Yes.
I pull it out and I toss it to Harold.
Oh, cool. I take it, but want to ask a quick question to the GM. Is Bill Caucasian?
Yes, he is. You want me to pull up the image of him again?
Oh, you did. Yeah, I'm sorry. I did see.
Oh, yeah, and come to think of it,
yeah.
I do have a picture of this guy as well. I forgot to show it to you. So
this is John Doe.
This is Bill. Okay.
Right.
Or William, whatever you prefer to call him.
Very emo.
And this other guy, now granted, he doesn't look this good anymore currently in his current condition, but this is the other guy, Bob.
Okay.
He looks like a Trevor. He doesn't look like a Bob at all.
He doesn't look like a Bob.
Looks like a hobbit.
Harold, what's his ID say?
I am opening up his ID and I'm moving over towards MP2. And I go, oh, look at this. Now I don't even have it open to the thing, but I lean into MP2 and I go, I don't think that's Bill. I don't think that's the guy because he's doesn't know who this is. What's it say?
Daniel Baxter.
It's Daniel Baxter. Some Bob. Let me take Bob. Let me take Daniel. I sort of take a hold of Daniel.
See if you can get him washed up.
So he realizes now that you guys aren't hurting him or anything. So
Right.
he's calmed down a little bit. He's not trying to get away from you, but he's obviously panicked and still freaked out.
Let's get you cleaned up.
Take him into the dark bathroom with a flashlight.
Yeah, if only the bathroom light worked. Can I have the flashlight?
Anybody have a spare flashlight?
When you say that, I take my pack off and I have two 12-packs of glow sticks, and I hand each person 2 glow sticks.
Oh, thank you.
Just in case.
All right, let's go get you
gonna be a
cleaned
rave?
up, Danny.
No, but you know.
When you said you had 2 12-packs, I was thinking other things.
Yeah.
I was like,
And I was
yeah.
All right.
Olsen.
And if I go past anyone going out the door, I'm gonna look up at him and I'm gonna go.
I don't give glow sticks to Cupcake, just to our group.
All right. So
Okay.
I take Daniel to the bathroom.
Okay, take Danny to the bathroom with a glow stick or whatever, so you have a little bit of light, and start getting him cleaned up. He he's hesitant, he's nervous, but every time you touch him, he kind of flinches, but
It's okay, buddy.
he doesn't try to run away or anything because he realizes you're not like actually hurting him.
Yeah,
You did take his wallet, but he's got much more things to worry about than his wallet.
We're here to figure out what's going on.
You guys want to go to the next bunk room while he's washing up Daniel?
Can we
Yeah,
take a
for
2-minute break first so I can replenish?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
2 minutes later.
Back over to the other bunk room. So this would be Isaac, Bjorn, Walter, and Anpetu, and Bill. I suppose he's still with you, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this bunk room is dark, and again, the lights are not working. The room is slightly musty, but it looks relatively clean. There's a small writing desk scattered with notebook pages. It looks to have been torn from a spiral notebook.
Mhm. Quick scan through with the flashlight.
You don't see any movement or any signs of anybody in here.
Anything on those pages?
Yes. Some of them are personal letters. But 2 pages are different. One of these, looking at the personal letters, you can see they seem to have been written by an Anna Levesque. Just a quick glance at these personal letters would indicate that they were to friends and relatives, and she seems to be some government inspector from Vancouver sent to make final assessment to approve or delay the startup date for the pipeline. But the 2 different pages that you find amongst these scattered notebook pages, the first one has a rough sketch depicting some sort of cave or stone structure with what appears to be an altar piled with bones. And the second page describes a strange shrine or temple, presumably the one in the drawing. Looking at that drawing, I don't really see piles of bones, but yeah, whatever. If anybody wants to read the writing on that map, you may.
All right, I'll read it out loud. So off to the side it says, for some strange reason, it's a lot colder in the cave when it should be warmer. Dale said that he heard some kind of scratching coming from the side tunnel near the cave entrance. I told him that it was probably ice cracking, but I heard it myself a little while later, and it sounded like something else. Then she has a tunnel marked scratching. In the middle, she's written fucking cold, some weird paintings, and on the right it says, ask George about dynamite in case we need to bury these fucking caves. It's a bad place. Cheery.
The handwriting on this does not actually match her own. So you figure somebody else had made this drawing and she
Okay.
has, taken it or something, I presume.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
pretty creepy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other stuff here. This is obviously was her room. Doesn't look like she shared this room with anybody. If you want to, you can later on, you can take some time to look through her things to try to find out more about her if you wish. It's up to you. I presume you don't want to do that right now.
No.
No, let's move on.
There's other personal papers and things of that sort. You might be able to learn more about her later. Moving on, back to my map. I can close this. I don't need that anymore. Close that. Don't need that anymore. Here's the one I need. Okay, so that is the last of the rooms here on the ground floor. So now you want to go upstairs?
Before you guys, as you guys are moving around, I'm going to call out from the bathroom and say, hey, if any of you guys find Daniel's room, see if you can get him some clean clothes.
Raj.
I don't think he has a room because he's an eco whatever guy. We can try and see if we have some clothes
that's
kicking
right.
around that might fit him. Yeah.
I wasn't thinking that through.
Well, there's winter gear in that one room we were in, but there's probably got to be something to fit this guy. He's not, super tiny, super big or anything.
No, just you have to find some guys' clothes.
We'll get him something.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys are going to go up the stairs?
Yep.
Isaac, you're on point?
Sure.
Give me a spot hidden roll. You've done so well at these so far.
No botch.
True. It's that penalty die that's hurting you.
Plus
No
you
luck?
got the
No?
8K.
Okay.
Failure.
Okay. Who's behind? Probably Bjorn next, or Walter, or
Probably.
Yeah, I'll go
Bjorn.
behind.
Bjorn. You can also make a spot hidden roll since you're coming up behind him.
Hold on, that dice didn't even roll. Oh, nope.
No. Okay. Jeez.
Nope.
Walter and Anfetu, you guys can make them as well, just to see if you notice as you're going up the stairs.
Come on. I'll burn 1 point of luck to make it a regular.
Okay. Yeah, there is a faint, bloodied footstep on the stairs. It's kind of hard to make out because it looks like the foot was bigger than the step itself.
Mm.
And as you guys make your way up to the recreation room, which is the room you're going up to just above the common room here, there's more bloodied footsteps, and then there's several bloodied footsteps on the carpeting, the floor of the recreation room that lead back towards the bathroom here on this level.
As soon as I notice it, I'm like, Bjorn, Bjorn, look at the floor. Step.
What?
There's bloody footprints.
You
Are
would
they
probably
shoe
hear
prints
that
or
as
they're
well.
not bare feet?
They are
They're not bare
large,
feet.
barefoot.
So
Yeah, they're large, barefoot. If you're going to examine them, give me a track.
okay. Yeah.
They're not shoe prints. They're bigger than any man's foot by
Yeah.
far.
Penalty dice bit me. Nope.
Let me tracking. No good either.
Okay.
But
They're just very large, barefoot, obviously. Too big to be human.
I'm
So
worse,
this
the
room
worst
anyway
hunter
is
in Canada.
But
Yes,
they've
yeah.
got it's got an obvious heel. There's a pad. There's toes.
Mm-hmm.
Are they going towards the back of the?
They seem to have
Room.
come from the restroom area down the hall from where you are now, through the rec room, and then down those stairs that you just walked up. And
Okay, so they were
you see
pointing out.
the blood is getting, kind of faded with each step. You know what I mean? So
there must be a bloodbath upstairs. And
this room that you've walked into is the largest room in the building, dominated by a full-size pool table, 3 pinball machines, Flash Gordon, Kiss, and Sorcerer, a simple bar, and a sofa that faces a TV VCR affixed to the wall. The only light in the room is coming from the pinball machines, bathing the area in gaudy colors, and of course your own flashlights. Balls and cues have been left on the pool table as if in the middle of a game. There are half-finished drinks, well watered down by now from the melted ice, on tables about the room, and even a half-eaten ham sandwich that doesn't look very appetizing at the moment. There's a faint hum coming from the pinball machines, but it's otherwise quiet here. There's a really disgusting smell coming from the back towards the restroom.
Ugh.
A mixture of rot and blood.
I'll poke that way because of my high constitution. I'm pretty good at this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Work your way back towards the restroom, which is 2J.
Yeah.
So the door to the restroom is bent inward and nearly wrenched off its hinges. The fluorescent light inside is flickering. There's the sickeningly sweet metallic smell coming from within. Looking in through the broken door, you can see the carnage within. Floors, wall, and ceiling painted with blood. Bits of flesh cover every surface, and a single identifiable hand is visible in the middle of the floor. It's still going to require a sanity check.
Okay. No.
No? Oh.
I got a
Okay.
79 and I'm at
Well,
45.
your eyes lock on that hand anyway. It looks to be very feminine, and you'll lose 3 points of sanity.
Okay.
Looks to be a woman's hand anyway. It's definitely the source of the smell.
I am down to 45 from 55.
Oh.
45 from 55, you're 1 point away from your threshold.
Just letting you know.
44 is when you'll, yep, thank you.
What you got, Bjorn?
You don't want to look in here. Nope. 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 Backing away. This is a little more than I expected. Yep. Not good.
What is it?
Blood, gore, woman's hand. Yep. Not good. Nope.
How many dead?
I see a hand and a bunch of gore.
One,
Could be.
two.
I see one hand. You can look for yourself. I'm out of here. I'm out of that. I'm just nope.
Going back into the rec room.
Yep. Backing in.
Wait.
What about
The
that
bar
other
is
room?
stocked.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I might
There's a
need
couple other
shot.
rooms.
Yeah, there are a couple
Ah.
other rooms too. There's a
You
cleaning
guys
closet
go ahead. I'm getting a drink.
and a game room. 2K is the cleaning closet and 2L is the game room.
All right, I'll open up the closet. I assume probably just closet.
Okay.
I'll cover you.
It's obviously a cleaning closet based on the strong smell of ammonia and lemon. You see a mop, wheeled bucket, brooms, dustpans, cleaning agents, sponges, and 3 wet floor signs.
Never thought ammonia would be a welcome smell, but shut that. And then,
Kind of invigorating.
yeah, after everything else. All right, let's you said
Look in the
it's
game room.
Game room, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Game room. This room is lined with shelves stacked with board games, puzzles, game books, dice, playing cards, a Nintendo game console, 8 cartridges, and so on. There's a folded ping pong table leaning against one wall, and a large bin sitting in the corner with a number of items for outdoor use, including frisbees, football, soccer ball, some baseball gear, and a set of horseshoes. 2 wooden baseball bats.
Nice.
I grab a bat and I'm gonna give it to Harold when I see him, because I think he doesn't have any
Bad
weapons.
end first.
Did anybody else look into the restroom?
No,
Or
no,
the bar?
I trusted Bjorn on that one.
Okay.
Okay, all right. We're gonna go walking back and Bjorn, you find any good Canadian whiskey?
As a matter of fact,
Yeah, you
yes. There would have to be.
Give me a
Yeah,
shot.
absolutely.
Give me a shot.
Yeah, I think I'm in on that also.
Bottle on
The
table,
ice
find
machine. The
glass.
ice machine has ice in it too.
Do I hear you guys drinking upstairs?
Come on up.
His magical ears.
I
Stay away from
building
the
we-
back room.
I've got a semi-clean naked man in here, and I need some clothes.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say you need liquor.
That's what I was gonna ask. Why asking if we're drinking?
All right, we've got 2 buildings. Let's real quick wrap up the cleaning.
All right. Yep. I'm with you. I'm warmed up on the inside of this.
Who's going to these remaining buildings? What buildings do you have left here? Let's see. You've got the
1 and
pump
3.
building and the maintenance shack. Yeah.
I'll go.
Do the maintenance shack. It's big and quick.
Okay. So on pages going Bjorn, Walter, Isaac.
Yep.
Yeah.
I threw back a shot. I'm ready to go.
Harry, you're probably still staying here in the personnel building, I presume.
I'm waiting for clothes from somebody who has
Yeah,
some
nobody's getting
consideration in their hearts for this.
There might be
tour.
some in that back room there, Harry. Just take a look.
I don't want to leave him alone in here, but all right. I'll march him along with me, naked or whatever.
I'll watch him if you want. Bill says.
If we
no,
left Harry
No.
with Bill and
no,
Bob,
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with Harry. You guys clear the other ones. I'm gonna stay here.
Okay.
I don't think I need another shot.
Okay, so it's
I
just
need
Bjorn,
another one.
Isaac, and Anpetu going to the maintenance shack.
Correct.
Okay.
Sure.
And where is Bill?
Yeah, where is Bill? Is he still going to stay with Anpetu?
Cupcake,
Yeah.
have him stay with.
I
No,
got him.
yeah, I'm bringing him with me.
Okay. Oh, I was gonna watch him on page.
Oh, you're staying, right? That's what
Maybe-
I meant.
yeah.
Maybe I can help with Bob. I might be able to help calm him down.
You can stay here with me, and let's find some clothes together, Bill. Let's search this bunk.
There's got to be
bunk
some
room.
clothes in that bunk room, right?
I know,
all those
yeah.
lockers and yeah.
Yeah, let's go in there and search it. Come on.
All right. Yeah, cool. Okay. So on pay 2, Isaac and Bjorn, you move over to the maintenance shack. Building 1.
Walter, you're staying in here?
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, I got it, Harry.
Come here for a minute.
Yeah, go on. It's okay,
All right.
man. I'll find these clothes. Come here, Bob. Let's find something that fits you, man.
No. Bob's staying with me.
Yeah, we're just gonna grab some clothes.
Whatever, dude.
I'll be there in a second, Harry.
Oh, fuck.
All right, yeah, he starts rifling through, finding some clothes.
All right.
Look like they'll fit Bob.
Yep. Let's take it in there, man. Come on.
Okay.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to grab a hold of Walter, yank him down to my mouth, and say, "That guy's a fucking imposter. Do something.
What do you want me to do? Blow his fucking head off?
Tie him up.
Right now.
Use the cords from the curtains or the what are those things called? Blinds. I don't trust that guy."
I don't either. Let's get him into the TV room and then talk to him.
All right. Well,
he's scared of on pay 2. I'm just going to keep an eye on him until
sure, I want
that
you
guy
to be
comes
alone with him. But anyways, I get Daniel dressed as quickly as possible, and then we go in and watch a nice movie like The Thing.
Yeah, you had the thing. You found the DVD, the VCR, or the VHS tape. Put it in. So
I'm sure that won't
Let's play again.
traumatize Daniel more.
While that's going on, you guys approach the maintenance shack on pay 2, Isaac and Bjorn. This is a large Quonset type building. Steel door facing the personnel quarters is ajar and bent slightly as if having been forced from within. Close examination of this door, which is the one that you'd be approaching, I presume, closest one to you, shows deep parallel scratches on the edge of the door and the jamb. Whatever made the marks was very tall. I mean, it could be a bear. You also can detect the smell of gasoline once you're within a few feet of the door.
Like leaking gas or like gas station type level, or
Yeah, this is not a normal, like you presume the maintenance shack shouldn't smell like this.
guys, you smell that?
Okay, be careful with firearms in here, guys. You know, we don't want to like cause an explosion.
I pull out my knife and holster my gun.
Yeah, I'll put
Okay.
my weapon on safe and grab my knife as well.
Okay. You can go in.
Yeah.
The inside of the building is cluttered with tools, pipes, lengths of angle iron, and other materials that seem to have been violently strewn across the smooth concrete floor. In the far corner, a pair of snowmobiles have been smashed to pieces. The smell of gasoline in the air is likely from their ruptured gas tanks. The large corrugated roll-up door on the northeastern wall is bent slightly outward. Most of the tools here appear to be intended for maintenance and emergency repairs for the pipeline, you would presume. There are other materials that look like they'd be used if temporary supports or braces were needed to fabricate in any kind of an emergency. There's lots of debris around. If you want to search more in depth, you can. One thing you would notice near the snowmobiles, there's a 4-foot by 10-foot sled trailer, which would be made, probably for hauling supplies. Could be attached to one of the snowmobiles and used to haul supplies along the pipeline in case, again, like I said, emergency repairs, things of that sort. The sled trailer itself is undamaged.
Isaac, don't you know about this kind of stuff? Shouldn't there be some kind of like sand or foam that you could throw on the spilled gas?
Yeah, but I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, it'll evaporate soon enough. It's just a gas tank from those snowmobiles.
I'm worried about our buddy. I don't think he's on the level.
Bjorn? Oh, just kidding, sorry.
I like
Me?
Bjorn.
Cupcake.
I'm 1 point from crazy, but I'm not. Oh, sorry.
I don't know.
Just keep it in mind after we finish clearing.
I'm thinking of shooting the guy.
Yeah, Harold was saying we should tie him up, and I'm kind of going for that too. When we get back in, I'll knock him, we could overpower him and tie him up.
Maybe we should be a little more diplomatic, just this time.
I don't think we're going to find anything in these buildings. And I think there's something big and ugly that's come around and killed everybody.
Yep.
And I'll bet the big and ugly isn't gone forever. So what we're going to have to do is figure out what we're going to do once we don't find the big and ugly in all these buildings.
Well, it seems to be smart enough to destroy the route of escape with these.
Yeah, I don't know. Was it looking for food? And I don't know what these cave things are either.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's not good.
And where are the caves?
And where are the caves? Did these guys find some old caves? Wake up some old ugly fucking thing and let's real quick check building number 3, and then we got to decide what we're going to do.
When we get back to those papers, let's look for any dates on them. See if they found it before or while they were building this pipeline or buildings, or are they fairly new? But yeah, let's finish checking.
Okay. So as you guys work your way, go back outside to make your way over to pump building number 3, or building number 3, the pump building. We go back to William and Walter, Harry and Daniel / Bob in the recreation room upstairs of the personnel building, watching The Thing.
Yeah.
Drinking some alcohol. You guys could have told me that they had alcohol upstairs.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
My dad doesn't like whiskey. He prefers vodka, Daniel says.
Oh.
But you know that anyway, don't you, George?
George.
Hey, you remember the time you made out with my sister and I walked in on you and I punched you in the face? He's talking to you, Walter.
Yeah. I remember that. I mean, sorry about that, buddy. How long ago was that?
Oh man, we were still in high school. It was, 3 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
4 years
What
ago,
are
maybe?
you talking about?
What was Bill? Remember when Bill was making out with your sister?
Bill.
Yeah.
Your name's Bill? Yeah, Bob. You know me. My name's not Bob. My name's Dan. I don't know you.
Oh.
Is this Bill talking?
It's Bob.
This is Daniel talking to
Yeah.
or Bob / Daniel talking to Bill.
Oh, okay, so it's Daniel talking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm fed up. I'm jumping up.
Bill pulls out his flask and unscrews it and takes a nervous drink from it.
Are there any blinds or curtains in the room that have cords?
I think we said there was a there were blinds. They were drawn on the windows here. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go yank the fucking cords off of them.
Bill kind of taking another heavy swig off his flask. He chokes a little bit on it and kind of spews a little bit out and starts kind of coughing a little bit.
It's like Bill, man. That Harold, he looks like a soft man, but he's a little crazy. I'd watch him.
Well, I hold the cords in my hand and I say, Walter, you're the strong one. Come on. Bill, we got to tie you up.
And he stands up and he's kind of coughing some more and He doesn't look very well at all. He looks like maybe like he's going to hurl or something. He looks like he's in pain.
I'm going to grab the baseball bat that Unpaid 2 left for me.
What's the matter, Bill? What's going on, man?
Have we seen him eat anything since we picked him up?
We
have not. He begins to cough again, and he kind of falls down on the ground, and he starts convulsing, and you hear cracking, snapping sounds, and you see his arms like bending as if the bones are breaking and stretching out. His legs are doing the same.
What the?
Burst. Whoa! His clothes tear off of him as his muscles in his back bulge, and his shoulders break and distend, and he begins stretching, growing in mass, hair sprouting out from his body, kind of a off-white, disgusting-looking hair. And he wrenches his head back up and looks right at you, Harold, and his face has changed completely as it continues to grow and break and stretch. You remember American Werewolf in London, yeah?
Yeah.
I can't handle his vodka, Jesus.
And you see, as he starts to rise up off the ground, this.
Oh, fuck my life.
I need sanity rolls from Harry and Walter. I don't need a sanity roll from Daniel. Daniel just kind of screams and turns and runs, half falling down the stairs as he tries to get out of the building.
I got a 15.
I got a 95.
Well, it's not quite a botch. You were 1 point off from a botch at least. So.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit this thing in the head as hard as I fucking can with that baseball.
Walter, you are going to lose 6 points of sanity.
Oh, that's my 20.
You've hit your threshold, yeah?
Yeah.
Roll D10 for me, please.
Okay, just a second. 1.
1. You are suddenly struck with amnesia. You have no memory of anything, basically since you boarded the plane in Vancouver a few days ago.
I sit down because you gotta buckle your seatbelt on a plane.
But and then you do see this horrible creature in front of you. You have no idea what it is, where it came from. You see Harry. Harry, you said you grabbed you had a baseball bat, yeah?
Yeah.
Swing at it.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit it as hard as I can, right in the square in the head.
Oh, I'll give you a surprise attack since it's just still finishing its transformation. Go for it.
What do I have for? Is this just fighting brawl? I got a 20 out of 25.
20 out of 25. Okay.
What did you say just before
stats?
that? Did you give me a bonus dice?
No, I was giving you basically a surprise attack, a first attack.
Oh yeah, okay. 20 out of 25.
Because it's transformed. Technically, I'm sure it has a higher dex than you, but 20 out of 25 will hit. Where's my stat block?
A bat should be 1d8 plus damage, and I've got no damage bonus.
No damage bonus. That's unfortunate. Okay, the stats are over here.
I've seen these scary movies.
So what was your damage with the baseball bat? Baseball bat's what, a D8?
1d8. Oh shit, I got a 1.
A 1. Okay, you bash it, and like it's set. You get the forceful vibration up your arms. It seems to hurt you more than it hurts it. Yeah. As the creature, here we go. It roars and screams. That scream you recognize from the screams you were hearing in the tents previously. Although this time it's much closer. It's in your face. It smells of rotten decay. Oh yeah, it's gonna strike at you. Daniel's long gone. No sight of him.
Good.
Do you want to dodge or fight back, Harry?
Dodge.
Dodge? Okay, roll it, please.
The hell? Oh, jeez. I rolled a 10-sided and an 8-sided.
That's the second time you've rolled an 8-sided in place of a 10-sided.
I got 44, and I'm like, what the hell? The hell? Now I'm running. Oh, shit. Sorry, I've got my dice mixed up. 28. And that's my dodge. My dodge is 27. Can I spend 1 point of luck?
You're going to need to
So
spend. You're going to need an extreme success. So, what is your 27? What's an extreme success of that? Would be
5.
5, right? Okay.
Oof.
So I'd
You want
have
to spend 22 points of luck or 23 points of luck? Sorry.
Go for it.
I might as well to get the hell out of the way. 22
Okay.
points of luck.
So it swings right over your head. It smashes the TV and VCR off the stand and wall.
My
Knock it into
in-flight
the ground.
movie.
And then we can enter normal combat. Walter,
Mhm.
your dexterity is, sorry, I have it here, 75, yeah?
Yep.
Its dexterity is, it goes first.
Fucking thing.
By the way, I am screaming at the top of my
You are
lungs.
screaming. It's missed you. Walter, you have your gun in your hand? No.
No, I didn't
Okay.
because we're
Right. I'll just roll out or even. You know, it's focusing on Harry. It's going to attack Harry again. So Harry, dodge or fight back.
Dodge. I'm trying to get the hell out of the building
Oh.
at this point.
Roll. If you succeed at this, you can get on the other side of it. Basically,
I got 10.
you rolled a 10.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a hard success. You dodge again. It swings at you. Because I only got a normal success. You
And I'm
dodge it easily.
scrambling for wherever Daniel went. I'm following in his footsteps.
Yeah, down the stairs, probably out of the building. You presume.
Yeah.
Now, would we have heard that creature scream at this point?
You probably heard me scream. I'm screaming, monster, monster, monster.
Yeah, that's a fair point. At this point, you probably do hear the screaming coming out from the building, and you see Daniel come running out of the building screaming. This is as you're walking towards the pump building. So pretty much he runs almost right past you, and he just keeps going, trudging through the snow as best he can, running towards the north gate, which is not the one you came in initially. It's past the maintenance check.
Come on, boys.
I think.
Something's going on.
Oh yeah,
The hell's
Walter,
going
you're in the room with it. What are you doing, Walter?
Well, I had my weapon, it just wasn't ready. So of course I'm gonna lift it, take a shot, and then try and skedaddle.
Okay. Go ahead and make a roll to attack.
Oh yeah, even with the penalty. 12 is an extreme.
Nice.
Okay. Nice. So your damage.
That's 2d6 plus 4.
Okay, so it starts with 16 plus whatever you roll on 2d6 plus 4.
I rolled 6 total, so 10 more onto that, so 26.
26. Let's see, does it have any armor points? It does. Yes, okay. So it takes 23. You blow it away. You shoot it right in the face.
That's why you bring 10 bullets.
The forehead just kind of explodes. Brain matter flies out of it, and it collapses to the ground. And it immediately starts changing back into Bill as the extra mass on it starts just turning into this disgusting yellow liquid and soaking down into the carpet. And Bill is laying there with his forehead blown open and his brains missing. As on Petu, Isaac, and Bjorn, I presume you're running into the building, or does somebody grab Daniel?
Yeah, we should grab and say, what the hell's going on?
Well, I come running out after Daniel too. In this
Harry comes running out like a round later. Grab Harry too.
There's
Yeah,
a
I've got 2
monster in
arms
there.
and 1 weapon, so
You guys are all military trained. You can definitely catch these guys and stop them.
Bill was a fucking monster.
And now we hear a gunshot, too.
You hear the gunshot inside, just as you're kind of restraining Harry. And that's probably a good spot to stop it then.
That was great.
Our players included Matt Ryan, Keith Craig, Jason Melichok, Sean Little, and myself, with Ian Christensen as the Keeper of the Secrets. We're currently producing up to 4 shows a week with music and sound effects added in post-production in order to create a richer listener experience. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. The costs involved with the show are provided almost entirely by our patrons. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. If you'd like to support our show, please visit our Patreon account. Just $1 or $2 a month will help a lot. You can find a link in the description below. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch that bell icon for updates on our latest shows, and leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering the questions you might have. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck, good gaming.